Welcome back to another video with Mufada here. In this video, I'm going to walk you through this new bank that I discovered a few years ago that allows for small businesses to open business checking accounts with minimal effort. I've been using this bank for almost 2 years now with my other business. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through some of the features, some of the benefits, and I'll also walk you through how to sign up for it and be able to start activating your business checking account. So let's get right into it as I'm sharing my screen here. So when you go to the NOVO Bank website, you will see something that looks like this. So it says here, you can apply in just 10 minutes. Well, we're going to see. Before we get started with the sign up process, it's important for you to have a couple of things. You need your email. You need to come up with some kind of password, and you're going to need your business tax ID, what's commonly referred to as EIN number, and of course your business name and a government issued ID, like a driver's license or passport probably. What we'll do is skim through some of the benefits and read up on some of their promises again. Let's keep going down here. Access your card at any time. Every NOVO checking account comes with a free physical debit card and virtual debit card, so you can always have access to your fingerprint. So you can always have access at your fingerprints. So NOVO Bank will issue a MasterCard debit card, and I already have one in white that looks similar to this one right here. I know most banks, traditional banks, will issue a Visa card, but I've found that this MasterCard works for most transactions that I use it for. For example, when I buy software, when I pay for software online, when I pay for my ad spend as I run ads. And I've even tested it out in my local grocery store to buy groceries, and it works. So it works pretty much for most things. I would say this card works for 80% of the things that you need. Yeah, it might not work for the other 20, but who cares? I really like it. The only downside, to be honest, is that NOVO Bank does not have physical locations, physical ATM location. But who cares, right? We're in 2023 right now. So most of the transactions are online anyway. Most people are going to ask you for your card. What I discovered about NOVO Bank is that they will refund you any ATM fees that you incur. I don't know up to how much, to be honest, because I've never tested it, but they promise to do that. So that's a cool feature. So that compensates for the fact that they don't have physical locations. I really like it because I've used Chase Bank, and I currently also use Charles Schwab, and Charles Schwab does not have physical location ATMs or banks. So every time I go to, let's say, Bank of America ATM and I use my Charles Schwab card, I get refunded on those ATM fees. So it's the same thing for NOVO Bank, and I really like it. I think it's an awesome feature. And they also have a virtual card, like they said here, in the platform, and I'll show you that you can also assign and say load it up maybe with $100 and use it for one-time purchases. Maybe you want to buy something on Amazon and you don't want to use that card number anymore. You can create a virtual card just for that and deactivate it as you see fit. The only downside to that virtual card is that they insist on you loading it up with PayPal, something like that. And I think it's pretty annoying. I don't know why they wouldn't allow you to load it up with the balance in your account. So if you're at NOVO Bank, that'll be an awesome feature. If you're watching this, that'll be an awesome feature that I can load up my virtual card with the existing balance in my account. Save me a lot of time because I don't enjoy PayPal, to be honest. I prefer Stripe. Make your money work for you. With NOVO Reserves, you can allocate funds into different reserves automatically, making budgeting and balancing easier than ever. I really like this cool feature. I've never used it before. What this is saying is that if you're a business, you have to pay taxes at some point, maybe at the end of the year, beginning of the year anyway. So this feature allows for you to allocate 10, 15% of your earnings into a separate category. It's kind of like a savings account that you use those funds to pay your taxes at the end of the year. Pay and get paid your way. Enjoy free ACH transfers, mail checks, and incoming wires. I really like this feature. I've actually used it before where I was transferring some cash from my Novo account into my Charles Schwab account. All I did was use the pay feature and then allocated the funds, put in my Charles Schwab account details in there, and the money was in my Charles Schwab account within about 3 business days. So I really like that feature. Obviously, they're going to charge you a small fee for that transfer of funds. Now, this is my favorite part right here. No hidden fees, no monthly fees, and no minimum balances. Oof. Listen, when you're starting a new business, every penny counts, every dollar counts. And it's important for you to know that every time you use the traditional banks, for example, I used to use Chase Bank for my business checking, and I closed it about 3 years ago because they were charging me $12 every single month, even though I wasn't making money at the time. But when I switched to NOVO Bank, there was a time where I had $39 in my business checking account for about 4 months. I wasn't making anything, and they didn't charge me anything. I love that. I love that. So the money was just sitting there, and nobody touched it. They didn't take anything. So that's an awesome feature that all small businesses need to capitalize on. All right, let's keep going. Another feature they're talking about here is invoicing. You can create an invoice within Novo Bank, just like you would with like a Stripe. I'm a fan of Stripe, so I used to create invoices through Stripe. But if I want to not create an invoice in Stripe and just get the money in the account immediately, I can just create an invoice from my Novo account. But I would have to tell whoever I'm invoicing that this invoice is going to be coming from Novo. Integrations. This is one of my favorite features here. When you're starting a small business, it's important for you to put systems in place that can automate things so that you don't always have to go in there and manually do things because it gets exhausting. One of the cool features that I like is integrations where you can link your Stripe account with Novo. So for example, I sell online courses, right? And when I'm selling online courses through SamCard pays me through Stripe. And then that Stripe account is linked with my Novo Bank. And as soon as I get paid from Stripe, that money goes into my Novo account. And the other integration that I've added is with my accounting software. And for my accounting software, I use QuickBooks. Every single transaction that happens is recorded automatically in your QuickBooks. So that all you have to do is to log into your QuickBooks once a week, once a month to check the account balance. Yes, they will even show you your checking account balance in QuickBooks because they integrate it, and see all the transactions that have happened for the previous period. And then you can do your accounting that way. And then when it comes time to do your taxes, you can send an invite to your tax preparer, and then they can see all the transactions and without you having to pull up anything. So it's super easy and super cool. And obviously some other integrations here. So if you do Shopify, they have that integration here as well. So I love that. Partner perks. This is what I was talking about right here. They will give you some discounts on QuickBooks. I got that discount on QuickBooks already. And they'll give you a discount on Google advertising. So if you run any ads on Google, that can give you like maybe $150 or $150 credit. And Gusto is a payroll processing software. I really love Gusto. I use Gusto as well for my payroll processing. So I take advantage of these perks as well. And lastly, what I was talking about here, the integration with Stripe. So it makes it super simple. Customer service is awesome. User experience is next level. I love Novo. So let's dive into signing up for the account. Remember, you need your email, come up with a password, your tax ID, EIN number, government ID. Let's get started. I have a referral link that I'll put in the description of this video, in the description box of this video. And this is the referral link that you'll see down below if you are ready to sign up and get started using Novo Bank. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to enter in my business email. And I have to come up with a unique password. So what they'll do is they'll send me a code that I need to enter in to confirm my email. Okay, I'm going to put in my code. Next, they will ask me some qualifying questions like, are you in crypto? Definitely not. Privately owned ATM? Marijuana related? Gambling? No, no, no. I don't do any of this stuff. Your email is confirmed. I understand. Good. Next is they'll ask you to provide your personal details. So I'm going to put in my legal name. Once I've entered in my first, last name, and citizenship, I hit next. Then I have to verify my phone number. I guess they're going to send me a code, so be sure to have your phone on hand for them to send you a code. I'm going to enter in my phone number. And once I've entered in my phone number, hit next. And they're going to send me a code. Next, they'll ask me to input my home address. I've entered in my home address, then hit next. And says, do you want to order a NOVO debit card? Obviously, yes, I do. So this will be checked yes by default. You definitely want that. So after entering my home address, I want to hit next. Then the next thing they ask me to do is confirm my identity, which is date of birth, social security number. I'm going to do that now. Once you've entered in your date of birth, social security number, hit next. Then the next thing they're going to ask you is, what's your business type? In this case, I have a single member LLC. Let's click on that. Legal business name. I'm going to enter in my legal business name. What is your title within the business? Managing member. Where's your business registered? State. Is your organization a holding company? No. Then once you've entered in your business name, let's make sure the spelling is good. Then hit next. What's your business address? I'm going to use personal because my business address is the same as my personal. Then hit next. Additional business details. As far as the phone number of the business, I use the same phone number for the business right now. And then website for the business. I haven't set up my website yet for this new business, and which is great because here it's optional, so I'm going to keep it optional. And then here, they ask you for employer identification number, the EIN number that I was talking about to have handy. So I'm going to enter that here. Okay, that looks right. And then estimated date of establishment, we're in May, so April 2023. It's a brand new business, so. Next, tell us more about your business. Industry type. So here I'm in digital marketing. So I'm just going to scroll down here and look for the sort of industry that my business operates in. Just scrolling down. Wow, they have all kinds of categories here. I'm just going to select educational support services. Sounds about right. What do you sell, to whom, and how do you make money? I recommend you come up with like maybe 3 lines or something, minimum 50 characters, right? That describes exactly what your business does so that in case they ask, they do an audit, they know exactly what you do. Number of employees, including yourself. I'm just going to say 3 for now. What is the primary purpose of your business bank account? It's for operating. I'm going to call it operating. That's good. Next is your estimated monthly inflows and outflows. Estimated monthly revenue, I'll just say 1,000 plus here. Incoming electronic transfers, incoming wires, maybe 1,000. Electronic transfers, maybe about 1,000 plus. So again, we're still in the early stages. So I just want to at least have something in there. Next is to verify your ID, upload your ID photo file for verification. So you have two options, like I said. You need your US driver's license or your passport. So fortunately, I've already taken a photo of my driver's license, front and back. So I'm going to upload my driver's license up here. Front of driver's license, state ID. So I'm going to hit the plus sign right here to find it. It's the front right there. Good. Front of driver's license has been uploaded. Then hit next. Okay, now here we have to review the information that I provided. Okay, everything looks good. Perfect. Then scroll all the way down and hit continue. NOVO e-sign and electronic communication agreement. I have read and agreed to the e-sign and electronic communications agreement above. Yeah, I'm not going to read this. I don't have time. But if you want to read it, it's just terms of service. So if you have the time, go ahead and open each one of these and then read them. I'm just going to select I have read everything above. Under penalties of perjury, I certify that my employee identification number is correct. Let's triple check that one more time. Yep, this looks good. Accept. I'm going to hit apply. Yay! We've applied for a business checking account with NOVO. Your application has been submitted. And as we review your application, we'll reach out if we need additional information. So it's right here, it's saying status under review. It says your NOVO account is on the way, but you can start setting it up now with your account checklist. And it says set up your first deposit. I'll read through that later. Connect Stripe. Remember I was telling you if you have a Stripe account, you can connect it here. And then create reserves. So we're just going to continue to set up. In this case, I want to do it later. I don't want to do it right now. Okay, I have a Stripe account, but I don't have the time to do it right now, so I'll do that later. And create the reserves. I don't want to do that right now because this business is not making thousands of dollars right now, but it will. And I'll do that later. So I'll do it later. So there you have it. Typically what happens is once they have reviewed your account, I think it takes probably 48 hours or give it at least 72 business hours. You're going to receive an email that you can log in and navigate all the cool features that they have. So it's super simple. As you've seen, it took me less than 10 minutes to sign up because I had all the things that I needed ready. And all I'm expecting now is an email to come from NOVO at some point. So once I get approved, I'll be able to log in and I am all set. I hope you got some value from this video. I'll be sure to put a referral link that I have below in the description of this video so you can take advantage of NOVO Bank. And I'll see you in the next one.